So yeah, if you guys want, we can have a quick introduction as well. Like if everyone wants to, give a quick intro. Starting with you,
Sure.
Yeah, Oliver, anyone?
Hey everyone, nice to virtually meet you. My name is Gareth. I am a solution consultant. I work for ServiceNow. I'm based in Brisbane. Just recently, I've handed over. I've run the Brisbane Developer Meetup group for the past couple of years, and I've recently changed roles. I'm now working with our customers on the HR space and the employee experience space. So I run the user group meeting for that. So the invitation is open for there. And I am interested to come and learn two things: how Melbourne run their dev meetups, which is awesome, and App Engine Studio.
Nice meeting you. Yeah.
I can have a go next.
Yeah.
Yep. My name is Kevin Clark. I've been working on the ServiceNow platform for, I don't know, maybe 5 years, 6 years now. I've worked for Enable, so that's where I'm currently working. But previously, I worked at Australia Post and 7-Eleven and a company called Pactera that nobody knows about. And I am interested to know how App Engine Studio is different to Studio, because I know Studio pretty well. I haven't had a chance to actually play with App Engine Studio yet, because I was on old releases before and am time poor, so that's what I'm interested in.
Nice. Nice meeting you. So, guys, Chris, Ritesh, Cam.
I'll go next. So hi Ishan. So I work with Ishan. So Ishan's my colleague. I also work for Thirdera. So the reason I joined, to be more specific about myself, so I'm from Bangalore. So work out of India, and I just wanted to attend one of these developer programs. So I thought, okay, since Ishan's hosting it, let me join, see what is new. And I'm with Kevin, so I haven't used the App Engine Studio. So this will be the first time I'll be using. So pretty interested in knowing what it is all about.
All right, thanks for this. Jono.
Oreo.
Yeah, I guess because I turned my video on, I get to introduce myself. Yeah, cool.
Definitely, yeah.
Happy to do that. I'm Jono. I'm in Sydney. I work for Choreo, as you can probably tell by my tagline there. I've got some theoretical knowledge about App Engine Studio, but I haven't used it for real yet. So I'm really interested to see how it works and how I can help, or how my customers can benefit from it.
All right, nice meeting you. So who wants to go next? We've got 12 participants with us. And all right.
G'day guys, Chris,
hi, Chris
from Service Potential, who've been bought out by Epicon, who've been bought out by Telstra Purple. I work for a partner, mostly dealing in federal government, and mostly at the moment on customer service management, that have played all around the platform in most things. Yeah, here to get more knowledge on App Engine Studio. Had a quick poke into it, trying to figure out what's going on, but didn't get that far and went back to doing things in old ways.
Nice meeting you. Yeah. Anyone else wants to give a quick introduction?
Hey everyone, it's Hari, and currently I'm working for NetApp in Bangalore, India, and I'm using ServiceNow since last 4 years, and I'm here to learn something new about App Engine Studio, something like that.
Nice meeting you, Hari.
Thank you.
All right. All good. So I will start off sharing my screen. So as you can see, I've got my developer instance opened up here, And the first thing that I upgraded to Rome, and it shows that I have Engine Studio, so basically builds app faster. So from what I have seen, I did not see any code in there, and there's a lot of potential that ServiceNow is pushing towards the low code applications. Again, as in the process automation designer, the UVI do have the UI builder, and App Engine Studio, Flow Designer has been there for a while. So yeah, and it's a kind of a combination of all the items that they already have in the system, App Engine Studio, and which also gives us the ability to delegate the development to non admin users or non-coders, not the people who are not developers, or in other terms, we can also call them citizen developers. So yeah, to start with, if we type in App Engine Studio, we can see plenty of options. Again, the first thing that I would like to go through is the guided setup that we have. So I haven't used it, but again, we can obviously go through this path as well. So it gives us an option to set up some credentials for production instance, other environments on production, and also pipelines. So pipelines is another topic that we have. We won't be covering much in depth, but again, that if you want to push, like we have got a application to publish and we want it to be published on a particular environment, that is where we have to use pipelines. So something that I would just want to push from dev to UAT, and then from UAT to production. So just to give a quick intro here as well. So if I go, we do have a module here called pipeline. If we go into this, so this is a default record. I did not create it, but if I want to create it, and I click on new, I can give it a specific name, maybe UAT, and mark is active, and my dev environment. So we can configure the environments as well. As we just saw in the guided setup, we do have the option to set up the credentials in the environments, and we can just select the dev environment. Again, it's just having the URL of the instance. So it's a fake URL again. It's out of box, like I have not created this. So, and we can configure in the prod, and I'll have to set up an environment for the test, but I would be going down that path at the moment. So yeah, this is how it is, and this is just to control, nothing and anything doesn't go wrong when we push the code across to different instances. So we want a push to be in a specific direction and without impacting the other environments. So there can be multiple prod environments for a customer as well. So they might be using a single dev. In those terms as well, these pipelines are really, they can be used in. So guys, feel free to jump in, if any questions, anything that you guys know better. I am, just another developer as you guys. So,
Yeah, I haven't seen this stuff at all yet. I'm really interested in what those records were. They looked like they had credential records related to them or something. Yeah. Those environment records.
Yes, definitely. I can open it up. Ooh, and
yeah. Instance credential.
Yep.
So, right.
Yeah. So credential, I think if I go up here and click on this, right? So it gives me an option to configure credentials for production. Like I can give in a specific name.
Yeah.
And go by it. So yeah, and this is again, it's a show credential. So it's
that is a reference. That's interesting. It's a reference without click through. That's interesting.
I think it would be dictionary entry instance. So credential and connection aliases. So again, it's just the general connection and credential that we have. So yeah, that's what it holds. And again, we can give the URL. So we can do some configs here, and go at it and set up some pipelines as well. So again, just as I mentioned earlier, so a pipeline defines the path application takes from development to production environment. So it might be dev to UAT to QA to prod, and again there can be multiple prod production environments as well. It depends upon the use case if you want to use it. So going back here, start. Yep, and once we have configured the environment, we can also set up the tools and connect spokes, basically configure some flow designers, review some service catalog access settings. So I'll be going in depth in all these items, but again, if we just click on this, this just asks me to set up like a Slack spoke if I want to configure integration with Slack. So I can. Yep.
So it's just a plugin installer, is it?
Yeah. So it might be asking for a credential. So let me just check. Yeah, it's a plugin installer actually, right? So I do have the Azure AD spoke installed on this one somehow, but yeah. And if I go flow designer resources that we have, so these are again action types, and what exactly is this?
These might be content filters.
Flow designer resource. Okay. So yeah, this is something different.
Yeah, I think these are content filters. It's good that they're doing that.
Was it not an action specific to that spoke?
No, it was something else actually. So
what's the record? What's the name of the list there? Flow designer resources, flow designer resource filter rules. Yeah, I reckon this is probably, so content filtering is very important with flow designer, because if you have just open flow designer access, then you can elevate your access to admin. It's very easy to do. Like if you did delegated development in the old studio, and you just granted flow designer to users, they could get access to the entire system. They can give themselves admin, they can give themselves security admin. So it's very dangerous, and it's good that they have this as part of App Engine Studio.
Okay. Oh.
I'll demo if you want. I'll spend 10 minutes demoing that later on.
Yeah, sure.
How to give yourself admin on ServiceNow if you're a delegated developer.
Sure. Yep. So again, review some service catalog access settings. Actually, this is not the interesting bit here. So it takes me to the catalog builder. But yeah, I'll just go on a high level on this one. So what else? So setting up user access. So setting up an admin group and granting access to current developers and other users. So again, in this one, in Rome release, they've got something new that's come up. So we have got this collaboration module over here. And in these, they have got, I'll be again going into depth when I'm in App Engine Studio. But so in descriptors and collaboration tasks, we have got two items over here again. So descriptors is something that, it's as many as you want, you can create it. So right now, out of the box, it comes with the editor and owner, but you can all add like, a solution consultant or enterprise architect or anything that you want, a tester, developer, as your organization feels good. So it's just a name for a particular role that we have. So I'll just add a tester and okay. So if I open this, I also do have some permission sets that I can assign to this particular descriptor. So yeah, again, all this can be, I want this particular descriptor to have a flow designer access, and I don't
Let's
want
see
him
what
to.
that does.
Yep. So this will basically give him, he can play around with flow designer and add a flow designer to the application, create a flow. And similarly for the portal, he can create a portal using the app in Studio. So that's what they mean here by having these. But yeah, I'll just add this and move forward. So again, we can add the users here. So okay, these are the applications that we have. Again, there might be an application for myself as well. So this is a test application HR that I just created. It's like a dummy one, and we can have a user attached to it. Again, there is a creator user that comes out of the box with the studio user role, and I'm giving it a collaboration descriptor as tester. And we can also, similar way in terms of the user, we can also have the groups here set up for this descriptor. Sort of like a role, you can say. So yeah, and post that, I'll come back to this one a bit in a bit of a while. So going up to the app in Studio. Again, we don't have any, it's very straightforward if you look at it. So we do have the home, we have the my apps. So these are the apps that I've created, and we do have some templates. So templates are the pre-configured applications that come as a part of App Engine Studio that we can use. So if I want to use a emergency alert template, so it reporting, accelerate reporting and communication during an emergency. Again, time off is pretty strict. Like I think it's the most common example that's used across all the seminars and sessions that they host. So I want a time off application for my team, so I can use this template and obviously build on top of that. So it would be a good starting point for me. I will be walking through both creating application from scratch and template. And resources, again, see, we do have some resources over here that we can use. And yeah, so this is pretty much the app in Studio. And now in terms of the components, so we do have four components, actually 4 components of the app in the Studio, which is basically we will be adding a data using a table, obviously, and we can add an experience, we can have automated flow, we can have some security around it. So it's all that we have been using, but in a more user-friendly manner and without any coding on the front end. So basically we for adding a table, the catalog, the App Engine Studio is using table builder. Adding experience, we do have the UI builder and also the catalog builder. So in terms of an automated flow, we can use any existing flow that we have, and also we do have some templates. And in terms of the security, we will be using the ACLs that we've been using all this time. So any questions? Until now, anything that anyone wants to ask? All right.
I've got a question. Those templates, that's what it comes with out of the box. All of those those different. That's really interesting, because those are things that almost look like products in and of themselves. It's weird that ServiceNow would serve up templates for things that they could otherwise sell as products.
That's actually a really good point. I did not think about it earlier. Yeah, because this would be ideally a part of maybe workspace service delivery or something.
Yeah. Unless they're just like so basic that they couldn't sell them. Maybe it's just it's almost as if it's like an example
Yeah.
application or something.
So yeah, again, so to start with, what I'll do is
I guess like most things on ServiceNow, start off as a fledgling application as they get more into it. Oh yeah, this now costs something.
But then how would they get the people who have, built based on a template? Oh, I don't know. It's interesting. I can find that really interesting.
It's like, well, yeah, if you're on, they grandfather the licensing. So if it was tiny when you got onto it and you got it for free, you still get it for free, but everybody else who wants to use it now that does all of the things.
I'd love to know what licensing looks like for App Engine Studio.
Yeah. No, I don't think it.
Does it provide any other templates?
Okay,
or
so
those ones?
Yeah, that's a really, really good question. So I was in a session with one of the developer MVPs. I think it was Brad. So this question was asked there as well. So right now they are just coming up with these, 6 or 7 templates, but they do have this plan somewhere down the line, getting up people where people can create their own templates and have them in the App Engine Studio. So this is, I think, right now it's not possible, but yeah, it's in the plan. So I think that was a question, right?
Sorry, I tuned in kind of late. My name is Cam. I work for Electrocom Engineering Solutions, and I provide power system IT solutions to utilities for asset management. And I was just wondering, will this App Engine Studio provide some type of data analytic tool for my assets in the power system? Can I develop the templates there and dashboards for management?
Okay, so at the moment, like in App Engine Studio, you cannot do that. So you can develop an application, and we do have, outside of App Engine Studio, you can create using the usual ServiceNow modules, any sort of that dashboards that you want. So,
are you a ServiceNow developer? Are you working on the ServiceNow platform?
Pardon? Yes, we provide service solutions to utilities in transmission and distribution, basically for platforms, but mostly using the manufacturer platforms from General Electric or ABB or Siemens, or what has been pre-built by large-scale power system manufacturers. But I was looking towards something that's a bit cheaper that I can develop myself for corporations for dashboards on assets, inventory of software and hardware, and all basically the life cycle analysis of all that.
Okay, so I'm not 100% sure whether you're on the ServiceNow platform specifically, the ServiceNow product.
No, I'm not on it. No,
okay,
I'm not on it.
oh,
I'm looking.
Okay, so in that case, the answer to your first question is this going to be cheaper? Like, it's very unlikely to be cheaper. ServiceNow is a very expensive product. It's an enterprise level service management platform, typically used for IT service management purposes, but it also has products for human resources, customer service management, project portfolio management. Very typically quite IT centric, but also branching out into other industries and things like that. It has comprehensive hardware and software asset management built into it that you would typically get as part of the IT service management product, or they also have a couple of standalone asset management products, hardware asset management and software asset management. Those are products that you would buy from ServiceNow as the platform provider. And you would go through a whole configuration process to get that up and running. The App Engine Studio is basically an ability to use the platform to build your own custom applications that aren't necessarily ServiceNow's provided applications. So ServiceNow builds everything on their own platform, and then they grant users the ability to develop their own things to the side. And that's sort of what this is intended for.
Okay.
Does that help a little bit?
Yeah, that helps a little bit. The ServiceNow, what type of costs are associated with some of the platform costs for, say, 1,000-person distribution company? You know, like,
Hey,
is
Cam,
it like,
can I interject? So my name is Gareth. I'm from ServiceNow. What I'll do is I'll send you an email. I'll send you a direct message on Zoom with my email address. If you can send me an email, I will get you in contact with somebody. Are you based in Ottawa?
Yeah, I'm based in Ottawa, Ontario,
Yeah,
Canada.
I'll organise. So this is a Melbourne, Australia user group meeting, and it's designed for technical people, developer people, to understand technical parts of the platform. It's not designed as a sales or marketing conversation. So if you send me an email, I will hook you up with, organise a conversation with someone in Ottawa so you can talk about costs and that type of thing. But just so you're aware, yes, we do have offerings in the operational technology space, including power utilities and that type of thing.
Okay.
So if that's okay, Cam, and then we'll let the guys continue on with the technical session.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yep, awesome. I'll directly message you my details now.
Thank you, everyone. So, right, I will continue with this one. Yes. So right now it's just coming up with these templates that we have, and again, there is a plan of getting people to create their templates and use them multiple times across their instance. So that's also something that they are looking at. So what next? I will probably demo how a template works. So I'll start a performance review template. So yes, again, this template has a bit of, as I told earlier, so table form, some roles, flow, and also has got some documentation that we can go through. But yeah, we'll start off. So use template. I'll name it maybe ServiceNow. Review. And similar to how we do in the studio, so it's just the same thing. We can give an application name and an application description. We can also add in a particular icon that we want. So if I go, I can have one. So, oh shit, sorry guys. Continue, and it will just take a few minutes, and my application, like a base application, is already ready with a lot of components as they will come through. So I'll have just another folder.
Just while we're waiting, I'm very jealous of the sunshine in Sydney. It's been very grim down here. No, you're Brisbane, aren't you, Gareth? Look at that.
Oh.
That's obscene, and I want you to turn your camera back off.
All good, mate. All good. You bet. How about I go that way, right? So so you see.
Oh, yeah. Stuck in an office. Yeah, that's more like it.
So I'll be, I'll be coming down to Brisbane for New Year's. So Gold Coast, and I've got the vacation
Will they
plan.
let you in?
But yeah, the borders are still closed. So that's so during this lockdown that we had again from July to October or something, like we booked in, like I booked in with a couple of friends to Falls Creek. Got locked down.
That's great.
I just got a voucher back, and then we booked in for Tasmania, and then again got I think the sixth lockdown or seventh. I don't even remember. And then that's all been sitting in vouchers. I didn't get a chance to use it.
Yeah, you can't make any plans at the moment, can you?
Yeah,
I
we
managed
have.
to sneak across to New Zealand at the start of July.
You went to New Zealand.
Yeah. For that
Did you take
break
COVID
where we
with
had
you?
the safe. Sorry?
Did you take
took-
COVID with you? Hello.
No, no. I don't think so. Who knows? I left before it would have kicked in. That's what I say, yeah, because I do a lot of travel up to Canberra. Every time I go up there, it's like, oh yeah, I brought a fresh batch of COVID from Melbourne for you.
It's like when people used to take Krispy Kremes from Sydney to Melbourne when there was only one Krispy Kreme shop.
Oh yeah.
That's built.
All right. So we have got the application ready. Again, as you can see, there are plenty of items that are already created. So we can look at it as a list if you want to scroll down, and we also do have the option to go by them individually. So as you can see, the first one is a table. We have got a performance review table with us, and again, this would be, let's see what it reviews. And also with this table, we also do have a couple of other forms. So these are the forms that we usually configure from the form designer or form layout, and they are auto created here. And that's also a part of our experience that we can create using the app in Studio. So I open this up, it's all there. Had a lot of fields, and yeah. So it's all set up. We didn't have to do anything, and it's all there. Like we have.
There's UI policies and everything.
Yeah, but that's there. And again, if we want, we might have to go to the studio, or we have to do it from here, because that's purely a no code sort of environment in app.
So you've done this as an admin. Does
Yes.
a delegated developer have the ability to use those templates? Do you know?
Yes, I think I haven't tried it out. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Because you got your, what was it? Creator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Creator user.
So before the start of the session, I was thinking it might just end in half an hour or something because it's so quick. But yeah, it's going good. So okay. It's having some rules, so which is fine. Might need initial problems. Maybe.
So you weren't explicitly given access to the template that you had open, but you've got the template option was there on the thing.
Yep. So let's see. I will go to the browse templates. Yes.
Cool.
And if I do a use template, but yeah, so what this user can do, like it can submit an application, and that will be going out for approval. So it would not. So there is a role that we have, the group and a group and that we have for which is called as app engine admins. So those who would be approving the request that's coming in. So let's start. Let's create another
It still
app.
creates it though. Look,
Yep.
so it
Yes.
still goes through and generates
Yes.
the table structure and everything, but then it
Yeah.
asks for approval.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes. Like I haven't tried.
Yeah, interesting. It's sort of like the next level beyond the wizard that they have in Studio. It's more tight, like doesn't give you much access to do things.
So yeah, they cannot change anything until, even in terms of, I'll be coming to the source control bit as well. So in terms of source control as well, they can push again, but again, it would be going to the, I think I had one open here. So I'm testing my new app. So yeah, I was just trying it, before this call. So the push came in. Again, I did it as an admin, but unless I compare and approve this pull request, it won't be getting committed in this repo. So it won't affect anything. All right. Yeah, so the app is created. Again, okay. So I think we need to give some additional
In
rules
order to submit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of cool though. Like, so you could just basically give it to these people. They could spin it up however they want and just go nuts creating applications and push them up to through your all your environments. That's terrifying.
It's having, but again, it won't be going anywhere unless someone approves it. So I think that's how they're planning it to. And the amount of shortage that there is, like I read a post somewhere, that citizen development is the future. So
this way it does delegation is very similar. It's probably exactly the same as the way Studio does it. You can see those new roles that it creates with the DD prefix. That's what Studio does as well, like Real Studio.
So yeah, what rules it might be holding up. Yeah, but again, the last stage that it can go is until submit, and we can just, it will go out for an approval, and again that task will be created. So collaboration task for a submit request. So I was supposed to come at this point later, so going back. So I will go back to this one, ServiceNow here review. Yeah, so we have got some tables, we have got some forms set up. Again, we also do have a now experience set up. Let's see what it is. So it's the workspace. It also does set up a workspace. So okay, it's broken. Not sure what's going on. Okay, so it does have a form, again, a part of the experience that's being created. And what else do we have? That's data is fine, experience. We've got some forms, again, workspace, self-review, manager review, edit settings, now experience. What is this portal? We also do get a portal created. Again, so from what I have used this portal, we do need to do some configs. It does create the portal, but again, we need to edit this, and it will open up the UI builder.
Hello. Hello, am I audible?
Hardik?
Yeah, Hardik here. Yeah. So my question was like, this is we are creating from the App Engine Studio and with the use of the template, right? So is one of these option, and another is from we are creating the portals from the service portal itself, right? Portal designs, customization widgets, and all that stuff.
Yep.
So we have any kind of meetup or like in future related to that, like for the developing the custom application according to the need of the enterprise organizations.
Okay, so this would be very specific again, in terms of going in to the requirements of a particular company. But again, we do have meetups going around in India as well. We recently had a meetup for UI Builder where I think Brad presented UI Builder and gave all the resources that are available to learn UI Builder. So I think you're mixing two things, probably creating an application and portal. So does that answer your question? Hello?
I lost you now. No,
There is a
I'm not
lot of
sure.
noise coming from your back now.
Okay.
This would be a way to build a portal, or many portals if you wanted, because every application can have now experience components involved, and you'd get access to the UI builder here to construct whatever it was that you wanted to have on your portal pages.
But we can
So
also.
I mean, it's one way to do it. You could also do it like with a custom app in Studio and then open UI builder and generate those things while you're in that scope. I think the way I sort of see this thing is that it's really strong on that delegated development concept. The idea that you can just hand this over to people with particular roles in the environment and they can just do whatever they want, and you don't have to, as a platform level administrator or like enterprise platform level administrator, have to really deal with a lot of those things. So you could potentially just put your portal in one place, have a group of people just manage the portal, and you not have to worry about it as platform admins. I think that's sort of one use case that you might try doing with this. I'm not 100% sure, but that's sort of the way it looks to me.
Yeah, again, this is something, a new thing that has been brought in. So, UI Builder, ServiceNow is pushing towards using the UI Builder in the future. I think they will be probably going off with the portal. I'm not really sure, but yeah, so we can, create an application here, edit in the studio, and also we can configure it in the usual forms. So similar way.
It's just another way of accessing the same resources. Yeah.
Makes sense. So this is something which is newly introduced to the ServiceNow platform, is it?
It's been there. It's been there for some time, but it's upgrading. New things are coming in. So yeah.
Got it. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. So I was like exploring the service portal. So instead of that, I will be start exploring the UI builder too.
Definitely, man.
If you were starting a portal project now, you'd probably start looking at maybe Now Experience, depending on whether you could handle not having some features available to you, because Service Portal is quite mature now. UI Builder's not as mature, but they'd be getting pretty close. I would start, if I was doing one, I'd do it on Now Experience. I'd do a brand new portal on Now Experience myself, but recognizing that you'll miss out on some of the Service Portal stuff for a few releases.
The other one to that, my understanding as well, is Now Experience is only for internal stuff. I did have a customer that wanted to build an external portal for their customers. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that wasn't doable, at least in Quebec anyway. I'm not sure in Rome whether that's the thing.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Because you haven't seen that, it hasn't appeared in CSM, in the CSM product yet. So that makes sense. They've moved workspace across to UI Builder, but not their portal.
Yeah, even I have to explore UI Builder. So I haven't, like, this is probably the second or third time I'm making a small change here. So, and it's also there in the agent workspace. So, but it's having a very limited functionality there. We can, yeah. So here, as we can see, we do have an option to add a lot of things. Again, adding a catalog item. And yeah, give out SSID, the style, and everything for the catalog item. And we have got a lot of options. So this is just a drag and drop, and we can update it rather than going in coding widgets and building in stuff. So again, this is a part of a low code thing that you can say.
It's a whole new world, UI Builder. Like, melts my brain.
Yeah, like I
have to forget everything you knew about ServiceNow.
Also, I'd like to add one point there using regarding UI Builder. Like, if you want to create an agent workspace, then we have to use the UI Builder for that.
Yes, so I can show you that as
well. So hang on. So agent workspace, there's a nuance in the language that ServiceNow uses when you talk about workspace. There's agent workspace, which is effectively legacy agent workspace now, which has a minor UI Builder component for the landing pages, but that's kind of it. And it uses all the same like structural stuff, like it's got the same components and everything, but you don't have much control over it. And then ServiceNow has got this new terminology that they use, which is configurable workspace, which is different to agent workspace. Configurable workspace is UI Builder native. Agent workspace is partially UI Builder. It's not completely UI Builder.
Yeah. I mean to say that, like, if any new custom application is there and you want to have a workspace related to that, then you have to use this UI Builder to create one.
100%, I think, yeah.
But like I was recently working on an agent workspace project. So like I just had like 6 or 7 options there, just data visualizations, report, and a couple of other things. But yeah, I can see.
If you were doing a custom app now, I wouldn't bother with agent workspace. I would do a customizable workspace. It's at the point where agent workspace is too constrained, too limited. UI Builder now experience proper configurable workspace would be the way to go, I think.
All right. So what I'll do is, we are kind of getting close. So again, we have got some experiences. We have got a workspace created. We have got some forms set up with this application. We have got a portal set up as well. And as you can see, we can make edits over here and set this portal up for our application. But yeah, right now it's pretty, I don't know why the template one comes like this. So if I create an application, which I'll be doing next, so this from scratch, it comes up with a great UI, and I'll probably walk you through. So
that one is landing page actually. So it's the one you're seeing is like 404 page.
Yeah, just trying to say that the one that we create from scratch is having a bit better out of the box.
Yeah. Can you check, like, in the UI Builder, like you're having the option for select the landing page?
You're saying there's 2 pages, yeah?
But yeah, let's see.
Or multiple pages.
They were for workspace. It was there on the left side. Yeah, I can change.
Yeah, select from there. Yeah. So this is login page, and there will be something called landing page. So it will have the username and other details there.
Nice.
Well, I mean, landing page is kind of an agent workspace thing, more than a
actually.
Yep.
Yeah. Not to say that they might not have a landing page and a different experience, but it's very, very agent workspacey, that terminology. It's interesting that they give you the 404 as the very first page, and that's what your preview is.
Yeah, so that's really that's what I'm talking about. So if I create an app from scratch, this won't be coming up. But this is
I bet it's just alphabetic. It's just showing you the first one in the list.
Oh,
Very annoying.
all right. Again, forward. So we do have some logics and automations there. Again, if I open them up, they are appearing to be a flow. So it might be doing while this loads up. Go to security, and we've got 3 roles again: employee, admin, and manager. It's kind of similar to the studio that we have. It opens up in those tabs, and
That's good. I was wondering if it was going to ask about security admin.
so yeah, this is something that a dedicated user might not be able to change, and I think they might not be having an idea as well about. So all right, again, this is a flow. We're doing some sending some notifications, which comes as a part of this template. There are plenty of other as well. So that's about it, I think, in terms of the app that we have got. Now, the next thing is we do have, I'll be going with the Scratch one as well. So in terms of manage collaborators, I don't know why that it gives that plugin missing error. So,
Oh, those are those roles you were talking about. Is that right?
Yep. So those descriptors, again, we can have as many of them. Again, I created one as tester. It's not giving that. Which is weird. What is different that it's having? It's having a particular amount of sets. But yeah, we can assign and send. And now once we do this, again, I will come to these developer collaboration tasks. So once I've, again, I don't think so it will be creating a approval as I've not set them up properly. So we do have a task here, and it's supposed to have a approval for the app engine admins, and they'll approve it, and the user will have having access to, and I think it's closed. So probably they have already given them access. So should we try one more time with that creator user?
Yeah, let's, because he's got roles, he's got rights to that app now, doesn't he?
Yep. Let's go about it. Okay. Okay, still is not able to solve it. I'm not really sure why this gives in this error. Maybe something wrong with my instance. Plugin missing. So this is how we can. I've not demonstrated anything there, but we can use this manage collaborators to give users access. Okay, so if we go with this one, we also do get an option to what this particular owner can do, like all file types, integrations, UI builder workflow, ACLs. We can also so we can also give them, like if they want, we can also give them the rights to do some scripting.
This is straight out of Studio, all this stuff.
Is it?
This is how you delegate developers in Studio. All those tick boxes are the same.
I think that it might be just a bit more intuitive and
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's simplified, but it's the same stuff.
And again, we do have general settings here as well. So, and we can also open it in the studio.
There you go, studio.
It's opening up in there. So, and yeah, as we might have noticed that we cannot see a place where we can add some client scripts and business rules. So this is the place to be in that case. And this is a pretty big application in its own.
What's interesting, because if they're pushing UI Builder as the way to build experiences, then client scripts sort of aren't a thing as much. UI Builder's got its own way of doing things. So maybe that's why it's like doing all of the UI Builder stuff instead of client scripts. Maybe we have to forget how to do client scripts.
Yeah, maybe in terms of the forms, like, the backend, the forms that we have. So,
or even them, those would be form views, and they would just be rendered by UI Builder, I would imagine. But it's interesting it doesn't have like UI policies and things. That's I would have thought UI policies would be pretty important, like mandatory read only, some of that sort of stuff.
See, somewhere we'll try to modify, maybe it comes up with something. Again, it opens up the same thing, but yeah, we all know, yeah, it won't be having the policies here.
Yeah. Yeah, so you'd hit some limits pretty quickly. I think there's some things, the pretty fundamental things that stakeholders will ask for that they won't be able to get.
Yeah, but again, I think the idea behind pushing this is delegated development. Again, I think that's the main point, because someone like usual developer, he would go in and use the studio, or because he gets probably everything over there. And so I did one thing. I created an app in studio and came down to this app in studio. Again, I can now play around with it as well. So it
So they compatible?
Yeah, either ways. So now if I want to add some experiences, I can do like I created an app there, and like maybe configured form and everything, like the things that probably I don't want to do, and I can do the rest here. So that's also way forward.
That's good.
All right, and I can see a publish button as well. So before that, I will go to source control. So source control, again, it's very similar to what we have in studio. So first thing, we will have to create an repo. Weird names that I'm keeping here. So automatically populates this branch, and so credentials, I've already set up my GitHub credential in the system. But do this. I think it will just come up, confirm pull request. So
So as a last 21%.
getting there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've got it where I can just, and it's connected with the repo. Now we can just update it. And again, it's a bit like similar to what we have in the studio again, if I'm not wrong. Create a branch, pull from repo, add a tag, switch branch. You can also edit the configs. And obviously we can publish it. Let's see. looks like this is something like a PD, I think.
Yeah.
And so same thing happens with the flow designer as well. Like it does not allow me to activate a flow with some kind of integration. So
Yeah, so that'll be the publish to repo feature in Studio, or publish to the repository feature. So if you went File, Publish, it tries to push it to the repo. There's actually an instance called repo.servicenow.com, and it's like a ServiceNow instance that you can log into with your high credentials.
oh, nice.
And you can manage your applications that are in your repo for your company there. I've never done it, but I know it exists.
Yeah. So yeah, but is there a way out for this one as well? Like our personal dev, personal instances.
Now PDIs don't have a repo
Yeah.
equivalent. No, there's no way to do that. You have to have repo enabled. You either have to have partner instances. So your partner instances will be able to do that because they'll be hooked up to a repo. A TPP instance or a customer instance.
All right. So yeah, this is how it is, and I think we are putting time. So close all this. So now I'll start off with an application from scratch. Again, as you can see, we also do have this sidebar over here. So where we can just go step by step while creating an app. We can also collapse this if you want. Right now I'm just on the basic info. So I'll just type it search. Might take a minute or two. So again, the same thing, but now we will be having a blank application with nothing in it. So might just create a table. Again, we get similar to what we have in Studio again. So we have upload a spreadsheet, existing table scratch. So I'll just use the task table. We'll save some time.
I'm just imagining all of the people who don't know what they're doing, choosing to extend incident or to choose to extend customer case and just creating all these random extensions off the incident module or what have you.
So I haven't got a chance to extend the incident, but definitely I have worked on CSM where we had, different, how do you call that? Different groups in the organization, and they had their own.
There's different types of cases, and that's out of the box. That's intended how it's to be used. If you're not just
in CSM, it is.
Yeah.
But if you did that in incident, you'd be in a world of hurt.
Yeah, never done it for CSM though. Like, primarily create a new table. But why would we do that in the first place? Like, what is the use case that we're talking about?
No, you wouldn't. Like, it's not like we wouldn't, but
Yeah.
like a user who didn't know any better might go, oh, it's just the same as incident. Let's just extend incident.
Yeah.
That's what I see these things falling down, right?
Yeah,
Like it gives you way too much. It gives you way too much access to do stuff, and for stupid people to do stupid things.
It's a child incident.
Not stupid people, but ignorant people, not stupid. They might be very smart, but.
So yeah, so data is done. Again, we can add experience. Again, adding a catalog item. We can also have a record producer to create records for this. We can add mobile experiences and portal workspace. So similar to what we have seen until now. So I'll pick up probably a portal and they have implemented a lot in the last 2 releases. Like, it's getting difficult to catch up on everything. So
It just keeps winding up, getting faster and faster. Too many things to learn.
yeah, especially the UI builder. I just like people have been asking, do you know UI builder? Like, I still have to explore that. Oh,
I reckon UI builder is its own branch of knowledge. I reckon you basically have to specialize in UI builder, like, and off you go. That's your thing. That's what you do as for the rest of your career, is you're a UI builder person.
like I'm not a
It's like specializing in a product. It's almost as big as a product.
I think I'm not a front-end person, I would say. Like I can work out things, but I am more inclined towards the flow designer and integrations, so and all that kind of thing. So integration with third party and obviously custom applications also one of them. But yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, as you can see, we have got this portal ready, and now this is what I was talking about. So we had that messed up 404 page for the template. So they could have done similar in this as well. Like whenever we click on preview, it could have just gone through to the home page.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway. All right. So add a record producer as well.
Call it 404. See what happens.
We'll take it, right? Date record producer, we do get an option to do that as well.
Is this catalog builder?
I don't think so. Let's see what opens up. Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh. Fancy.
Again, we do get a table, so I will select search. I think it automatically.
Good. You can't generate records in other tables. That's good.
I think these two should be fine. Then this
You
is
can
something.
put them in whatever catalog.
Yep. I think the experience that we are generating from this one, the App Engine Studio. So we have to specifically go into that, edit it, and have that icon placed over there. But in terms of the portal, I think it will be coming up, as a part of a category. And I'm not good at name, giving out names.
See, this is great. I love the idea. I love the idea of catalog builder and being able to just sort of hand that over to random people to build catalog items. That's good.
And again, we can, what is this validation? Phone number and stuff. Okay, nice. Let's select an email. Yeah. Third question. Yeah, they are basic.
User criteria.
We can add available for is none. It's not available for SNC external.
That's good.
Yeah. And we can see it's created table, search, catalogs are added. Okay, we just submit. Okay. Yep, that's also added now. And again, we can also add some logics. Build from scratch. Building up a flow. let's do this as well. Update notification. Again, these are basic options that we have in terms of flow. But it did not give me an option to edit it, right? It does. I have to come back here. A bit of creative. Name of the table was search only, right? If I'm not wrong. So looks like there. Oh, sorry. Why it's not was it was not coming up in the first place. Record. Again, we can add, I think we should be able to add some actions like in terms of integration hub and use them across here, but if I do, it won't allow me to save it probably and activate it. So yeah, I think this is pretty much it. Like we have got a table here. I'll be submitting a record as well. We have created a record producer with the field, and we have got a now experience portal, and we do have a flow as well. My name is again pretty bad. Like I'm just adding a work note there. And we also do have some security, which we can, I think I'll have to, level up to the security admin. So let's do one more time. Should be available. It's somewhere. No, this is something that, how will a delegated developer get this SysID?
So you're trying to show a record, right?
Yep.
So typically the way it kind of works, as I understand, I don't know UI Builder well enough, but you have to get a contextual property from the object, from the effectively from the header bar. So like if the header bar had the SysID in like if the URL bar had the SysID in the URL bar, then you would grab that property and you would put it in there, like the URL property. It's like a get property thing. So UI Builder's got its own get property feature that lets you grab contextual data from either from the record itself, like from the UI Builder itself, or from the header of the URL bar of the browser. So it gets so complicated. That's the stuff that really sucks about UI Builder is you have to bind everything and you have to set the context of everything and you have to know what you're doing. It gets really complicated.
Sorry. Yeah, I think I clicked the wrong thing here. So I was supposed to have a record producer, not like a catalog item or something.
Catalog it would be, yeah.
Anyway, like let's do that. So yeah, this one, like, if I should be this is like how will because I can probably get it, but
so like if you had like a catalog, like the catalog form that you were coming from, like there's probably a catalog component that's not catalog. Well, actually, no, you've only got catalog item, probably list or something like that. If you had a list of catalog items, then you could make it so that when you click on the list, it sets the URL parameter of the next page, and the URL parameter of the next page will be passed back down to the page that's rendered in Experience. It's you have to build everything in UI Builder. It's not as drag and drop as it looks.
So we do have this somehow.
Must have defaulted to it or something. Maybe.
Yeah, so I added it in a wrong place. I was submitted. It's not submitting as well. Okay.
Yeah, because you have to bind the clicks and everything. Sucks.
Anyway,
it might have produced the record because that might have its own logic behind it.
Short of time though, but can we help you? Yeah, I think all good. The flow also got executed that we attached to it. So perfect. I think that's all that I had today for this one. We can also publish it. Finally, again, we cannot publish it for some obvious reasons. All right. Yeah. So anything else that anyone has? Any? Hopefully it was informative. And thank you.
That was awesome. Thank you, Ishan.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Ishan.
thanks, Ishan.
Just have a question. So the application that is created in App Engine Studio can be used in Studio or vice versa?
Yes. Yes, definitely. Yes, you can do that.
So no, nothing different in structure. So can be used both ways.
Yeah, it's basically a bit more intuitive, guided low code environment. So that's what's the purpose of having App Engine Studio. And we can also delegate it to non-admin users, so they can do the development for themselves. And we do have a peer reviewer who reviews the code push that they have done, the app they want to publish, and so that's how it is.
I think that pipeline stuff was new, wasn't it? Like the pipeline and the collaborator records.
Yep.
I'd never seen those in Studio before.
Yes. So collaborator is something new that just came in, I think, in Chrome, yeah, it's again for this delegated development bit, but we do have it there as well. Yeah, this is an added on, So yeah.
Does anyone want to see how to hack ServiceNow with Flow Designer delegated development role?
Yeah,
can I just do that real quick? I can do that in about 5 minutes. I can hack ServiceNow.
Thank you.
There's no one from ServiceNow still on the call, are there? No, good.
Should I bring out my hack for hire?
Have you got a hack for hire? Have you? I would love to do. I would love to do a security session.
Yeah, so for a customer instance, they keep trying to, you get all the regular patching, and because we're too busy trying to do stuff, and because we had a P1 from a patch upgrade of in CSM users not being able to register anymore because reCAPTCHA was bypassed from some funky stuff somebody tried to do. We went to Orlando patch 7, and at patch 5, you weren't allowed to bypass anymore. So no more reCAPTCHA, no more registering end users on a very important instance.
To get into high.
Yeah. No. But what I was doing, because all of the patch upgrades were coming all the time from high, is like, I just want these to disappear and stop getting pushed to go to another patch, which is going to put it back into P1. So I've found out a way to choose what target version that I want of the 35,000 that are out there, which you have access to as a high user, and go and choose something that's a lower target version than what you're on. And when it comes to upgrade, it'll just go, oh yeah, we're already gone out, so skip.
Huh. So you can just skip upgrades.
Yeah, or you can choose whatever version you want. You could even choose the high instance.
Oh.
Because that version's available.
Interesting.
All you need to do is go into legacy on your change, and then the field for the target version is a reference to SNC war version, and you've got read access on that table. So if you do a dot list, you can see the entire table, choose whatever one you want, and then with the old trick of bringing up DevTools, selecting the GSFT main frame and doing gform set value, choose whatever version you want.
Or you don't even need gform set value. Just use SN utils. Lets you bypass all of the UI stuff.
Oh yeah. I haven't played much with that yet.
That's great. I'd love to do a session on SN utils. It's my favorite thing in the whole world.
Yeah, I'm always working as a partner on customer instances. So
no one will know. No one will know. It's a browser plugin. Like you're just an anonymous. They're all client side scripts. Everything that it does is client side. So there's nothing that you couldn't do with your access anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not installing something on customer instances.
Yeah. No, it's all browser side. So no one would even know.
Nice.
So this collaborator stuff is in Studio as well. Okay, so that's interesting. So who's in a PDI? Who's a good user that has no access? Does anyone know anybody?
Everybody only knows Able.
Does Able Tutor have any access?
He's ITIL.
Is he ITIL?
Yeah.
I want someone who's got nothing. I'm gonna like Annabelle Koga, whoever that is. I'm gonna make them. My collaborator. And then I'm gonna, how do I edit this? Oh, look, it's doing all this stuff. Like I haven't had to deal with this stuff before. This might break my thing. How do I edit the access that they have, I wonder? Because you used to be able to, you would manage developers in this.
Yeah,
and then you would assign their roles.
Yeah, so
that sucks.
If you click on editor, does it work? No.
Hang on, back into collaborators. And what was it? Click on editor.
Just on the user, like in the bottom one.
Oh, down here.
Yeah. No,
nothing. Okay, so they've taken away the bit that gives you access. So I'll do that in here. What was it? Collaboration descriptors, was it? And she was an editor, wasn't she? Editor. It's going to be slightly harder than I was expecting it to be. Yeah, editor has flow designer. Brilliant. Okay, cool. All right. So now what was her name? Annabelle Koga. All right. So now she goes into Studio because she's a developer. What's she got? She's like she's pretty empty. She's got nothing. Studio. Hopefully this works. Oh, no, because she hasn't been approved, right? That's this new stuff. This new approval stuff.
Looks like my instance is completely broken. You know? Yeah, stuff seems to be working.
Oh, that's another one I know how to do. If you want to completely kill an instance, I wrote a script to go query sysdb object, get a list of every single table,
Yeah.
There's a few it breaks on. So there's exclude a few tables, then go query every single table and delete every record on it. So there's one PDI that it just comes up with, yeah, you can't get access to this instance. And then if you go into the dev website, like you can't reset it, you can't wipe it, you can't touch it, you can't do anything. So I forget the number. It's in the 30,000s or something. But if you hit it, it's just can't be touched. Like just comes up with an error message. This one's dead.
How do these collaboration task things work?
That's actually a good question as well. So
Because I want this to fire. I want this to be done. How do I get it to be done?
I think we also need to give some rules to that one, at least app something role, app user app.
Oh, this is annoying. Oh, to the like I have to give it to the account before they can. Well, this is all new. This didn't exist before. You used to be able to just give roles directly to these users.
This came in. It's a part of Rome.
Must be Rome.
Yeah.
So what was it? App something.
AES something. AES user. AES. Will come up now. Let me have a look.
Because I don't want to actually give her anything. I just want to give her Flow Designer the way Studio would. Because as soon as you get Flow Designer in Studio, if you've done no content filtering, then you've effectively given the user admin.
Delegated developer. Delegated developer is the one. This guy
That's
is.
it?
So, yep.
What does that contain? Anything?
No, just yeah, but it has.
Oh, okay, good. So, and then what do I have to do with these collaboration tasks? Do I have to do anything with this request?
I don't think so. Like we can just leave it as is.
No, approval. Because you had approvals and stuff, right? I'm gonna try closing approved.
We need to add some members in a group, and then from that it's being pulled up, sent out approvals, and gets approved. No idea.
Invitee has AES rule. Invitee has delegated dev role, I guess. Let's see if that's done. I've not come across this stuff. I might not be able to demo the thing that I wanted to demo. Refresh. No, she doesn't have it. She doesn't have it. What I can do though is I can show you what. It's annoying because I wanted to show you the fact that delegated developer just gives, like, if you give, oh, there we go, Studio. But that's what I refreshed on. Don't have to edit the applications. Okay, look, yeah, forget that. I'm just gonna unimpersonate her. And I'm gonna give her Flow Designer. This user. Hang on here.
Do have similar naming conventions, Kevin? Like the application name is test.
Yeah. Oops, no, that's not her. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to give her a Flow Designer so you can see what happens. Take that away. Flow underscore designer. This role out of the box in pre-Rome was just given to like CSM manager. Like you could just get Flow Designer and you could do whatever you wanted with it. Or catalog editor had Flow Designer as well. My favorite security hole in ServiceNow. Can you still see my screen?
Yes, yes, you can.
Which screen can you see? Can you see Flow Designer? Yes, you can.
Yes, yes.
Why is it not? It's not showing me an outline to see what screen you're on. It's not fair. Subflow. Give admin. Run as system user. submit, add an action, create, look up record.
Man, this it looks like it will work. No?
This user, and oops.
To be able to tutor.
I'll do was it user ID is, whoops, not that, Annabelle Koga. So you get your own user ID. Ta-da, you go done, and then you go, all right, create. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to do a look up record sys user role. Oh, come on. Oh, maybe they've closed it in run.
Oh, it's there. It's there at the bottom.
Sys user has role.
Oh, has
role.
role.
Right? No. I want
yeah, sys user role. So
user role. No.
I think they have taken it off.
That's okay. That's okay because we probably still can. Who is she? Does she have access to see the sys user role? Sys user dot role. She does? No. Am I her? No, I'm not her. This isn't useful. Relaunch Flow Designer. List. And she'll be locked out of that, no doubt. Oh no, she's not. Brilliant, cool. Ooh.
Oh, I think they have added something there.
Okay.
But still, a lot of access can be granted using this.
Yeah, well, you can give yourself. Oh no, I know how I did it.
What's to stop you from creating a new record and manually putting in the sysid of admin?
If you know the sysid from admin, 100% you could do that. But the way I did it was through, I gave myself access to a group. That's how I did it. So if you have an admin group, which everybody has an admin group, then you can add yourself to sys user has GR member and give yourself whatever access that has. So and that comes as soon as you've added Flow Designer in delegated development, you've got access to do that.
This is
But there is a way of securing Flow Designer. So you can secure Flow Designer through content filters, which is this stuff. Which I think the App Engine Studio stuff had some of this. That's why I was asking about it. So you can go like for my delegated developer roles, like user role is delegated developer, whatever, that should come up, right? Then you can go, all right, I want to define specific filters. Like you can go all actions, all flow logic, all flows, all subflows, but you can also do things like tables, like you can limit them to specific tables so that they can't write flows that go outside of the access that they have. And these just stack all of these things.
Yeah, like I don't think so. Like no one, they will be thinking about this in the first place. So definitely,
no, it's not published. No.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a hack, I would say.
Yeah. See this guy here, like this one's literally like a Flow Designer resource that blocks you from seeing Flow Designer UI element, or allows you to see Flow Designer UI elements, but you can set a condition on it. Like if I was to edit it, it'll lock you out of bits of Flow Designer. It's sort of like a user criteria thing for allowing people access to different parts of Flow Designer. So you can use it to lock down spokes. So you can say this developer group is not allowed to post to any of the other spokes. They can only post to the spokes that they're allowed to see, so that they can't do like Azure integrations or like post to Slack or, you know, modify all of the things that you would have access to modify. They can't do that if you lock them out of those spokes, but you have to explicitly go through and grant, you have to remove the permission. You can't, like, it's not, we grant permission up front, we have to remove it. It's very dangerous. Anyway, that's I didn't get to the goal that I wanted, but you get the idea, right?
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for this, Kevin.
It's all right, man. Stop share.
All right. I think that's pretty much it for today. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, Kevin, Chris.
Yep.
And
good work, Ishan. Thanks for organizing it all. This is really good.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
On that, is there any look to head towards in-person ones again?
Yes. So I was actually thinking, people would not be there in December. So that's why I thought, maybe organize something. But yeah, then I thought I'll just book another one, online, and next one in Jan we can have a, in-person one, maybe in a pub or something, have a couple of beers. So, yeah.
I'd be up for an in-person one.
Yep. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And if anyone wants to present as well,
Someone should invite Cam from Ottawa. I think he'd get a lot from it.
Yeah, it went in another direction, right?
See you all next
Bye.
time.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.